Hello everyone, I'm back with another video on Notion, of course. If you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, I've made a Notion tutorial video in the past. I can link it up somewhere on the front. Basically it has a lot of ideas on how to set up your Notion for personal life, school, and also career. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a tutorial on how to make your Notion aesthetic, and I'm sorry it's taken me this long, but here I am with a new camera, better audio quality, and I'm here to show you the basics of Notion and how to make your Notion look aesthetic. Alright, so first I just wanted to go over some of the basics of Notion. This is basically going to be the building blocks of creating these aesthetic home pages. So first you're going to have a title, so let's just name this Basics. You're going to see that this is completely blank, right? You're going to see also this little square thingy, I don't really know what to call it, and then a plus sign. This plus sign is what you're going to be hitting to create text, to create tables, all these things. So we're going to hit plus and we're going to hit text. So this is basically, adding words in, and then you can also hit plus and do other things like add a page, a to-do list, a heading, bullet points, numbers, name it, like literally everything. So this is basically how you're going to be adding elements to your page. Something also that is worth mentioning is that you can hit slash and then it'll also bring this up for you. So you don't always have to look for that plus button, you can always hit that slash button, and there's going to be certain things that you can do. So if I slash to-do list, it's going to do a shortcut and bring up that. So for each of these elements, they all have this 6 little dot square thing, and if you click on this, you can drag it around. So I can drag this to the side of it, I can drag it below it, up or to the left. So if you put it to the left, it's basically going to create 2 different columns. Another thing to mention is that these can be moved around, so you just gotta look for this little slider, and then you're gonna be able to adjust the width and the column length. So seeing this in practice, we're gonna look at my homepage. I got a lot of questions on how to make something like this, so we're basically gonna recreate this using what we just learned and also some pictures from Pinterest. So to make a homepage, obviously you're gonna have a new page, you're gonna title it home, do whatever you want. You can add a cover up here, which is gonna add this little banner, and you can change this cover and upload it to be whatever image you would like, or you can pick from their already selected gallery. So we're just gonna go with this one just for time's sake, and then we're gonna go Alex's new homepage. So now we get to add like the room. So you can decide like how many rooms you want, what you want to call the rooms, but for this sake, I'm just going to go off the same exact template that I had. So you're going to be creating a page because each room is a page. So this would be my academia room, and then you go back to home, you're going to hit plus, or you can hit slash page. This will be my life room, and then this will be my career page. So now you have these 3 different rooms, aka pages. So we're gonna use this little drag and move thing, and we're gonna put them to the side of each other so they look like this, and then give them some space. So to add the covers over here to make them look like rooms, we're actually going to go to Pinterest. I have a whole board for this on my Pinterest, and I like to use this just as a quick grab and go and quick inspiration. But basically I just go into here and I copy and paste what I like. So let's just take this image, and basically you can copy and paste it and it'll show up like this. And now since there's 3 rooms, we're going to want 3 pictures. So now we have our 3 pictures here, and obviously it's not looking like my homepage, and that's because we need to reposition them to also be side by side. I bet you're telling yourself, but Alex, this still looks different than your homepage. That's because I forgot to talk about this portion right up here. So these little 3 dots up at the top are also really important for customization because they allow you to customize the font and the text and the width of your pages. I personally like to keep myself in serif, but you can also choose from mono or default. So I like to do serif, and I also like to add small text and full width. So this is going to make the page look like this, and the icons a little bit bigger. And then I also just like to move these right underneath each image so they're a little bit more flush and look more intact. So that's basically the basics of making like a home page / using sub pages. I think once you kind of understand that each page can have a sub page and access like a different room, it's really helpful to think about it that way and having like creativity and being able to like keep things organized. So for your academia room, which is blank right now, you can make a whole new page for, let's just say, one specific class. So let's say you're taking astronomy. I can't spell, so please, oh, did I spell it right? Okay, I spelled it right. And then you wanted to label this classes, and then you go under here and you're like, oh, make it bold, underline it, and then you can add all your classes under all of this, and each class can be a different page. It's really helpful to understand that like a page in of itself doesn't mean that there can't be a subpage within this subpage within this subpage within this subpage. Like once you get the hang of that, like Notion becomes like insane. It becomes like the hub for everything. Some other little stylistic things, you can add icons up at the top. You can add icons for each page as well. But let's just add some other elements in here so we're kind of getting familiar of like how to make this look cute and like add elements around and make them move. I think that was like the biggest learning curve for me, was like figuring out like how to move things and how to make things like look different. So my other biggest question that I got was how to make a homework table or how to utilize a table in general. So we're going to start by making a table first. The table I like to use is table view, not this table. This table is different than this table view. I can't really explain it, but basically this table is going to be a source, like a database source. So since we don't have any database sources as of right now, we're just going to make a new one and we're going to call this homework. This is where you would go to your syllabus and you would look at your assignments and then put them in directly. So let's say you have homework. I personally like to keep different sections and different tabs on each item. So I like to have this as assignment type. And this just lets me choose between, is it a quiz? Is it homework? Is it a exam? Is it a final? I also like to select what class it's for so I can have just a brief overview of literally everything. Say this is your astronomy class, and then you do another section where you can select done. So you change this select and you make completion, and then you type in done. So let's say you have another one. This one's gonna be mathematics, I don't know, and this is gonna be a final, and this is actually gonna be for your astronomy class. Let's say you have something that's not your astronomy class, obviously you just type that in. So like if you have a photo class, it's gonna be your photo class. Really, it's just learning how to use these tags and these filters. The other biggest thing that I also pointed out in my Notion tour is that the completion part, how I have mine set up is that I filter my completion and I have it is not done. So when it is done, it doesn't show up. So yeah, that's basically how you make a homework table. I hope that helps. I tried to make it pretty simple and easy because it's really just like inputting in the assignments and then adding the due dates and adding the type of assignment and the type of class. I forgot to show the part where you add the due dates, actually, now that I'm saying that. So you just add another section and then you can say date, and then it'll sort it chronologically for you so you can have like a whole master list of all of your assignments throughout the semester. It's pretty cool. So back on this academia page, you can have that as a table view already embedded into your academia page. You can have this like on your page or you can link it. On mine, I have quick links at the top of every single one of my pages that I make, just because these are the pages that I often, look through time to time. You're gonna hit slash and you're gonna type in link, and this, link you to whatever page you want. So the one that we just made is called homework. So you can link it like this, and it's gonna have this little arrow, which is gonna show that when you click on this, it's just gonna take you to that page. So now I just kind of want to go over my Notion pages again just to show you like what is what. So here's my index, and as you can see, like this is just text and these are links to pages. Here these are obviously pictures, these are sub pages within a page of itself, subpage, 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 subpage. This is a table view, and this is my self-education table view. This is all of these are just pages. I'm hoping this is like making sense. I hope that we're kind of picking up on how to do some things. For this page, you can see that I have a Spotify embedded in here. There are other like third-party extensions that you can add. If I can find them, I will add them into the description. But basically, if you just look up like Spotify playlist Notion, like embedder, whatever, like you're gonna be able to find it. I don't do too much of that type of stuff just because I like to keep it pretty practical, but it is really cute when you're able to add like widgets. So going over this page again, you can see that this is just text with a highlight on it. This is a link to a page, link to a page, link to a page. These are all sub pages. These are just actual straight up links. This is a table view, and actually you can choose a table view to be gallery or table. So this table view I turned into gallery, and when you have a gallery view, whatever picture you put in this subpage within the gallery view becomes the actual like profile picture. So I hope that makes sense. That's pretty much it for the Notion tutorial. I feel like I don't want to go too much into depth because it really is kind of simple and I don't want to like beat on a dead horse. I just kind of want to be able to address the nitty-gritties of it and the basics of it. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and a good start to 2024.